calling Anthony. I like that your dance is like mostly arm movement.
It's because I can't move anywhere else.
Hello?
Hello, is this Anthony?
Yes, it is.
Anthony, good morning. This is Paul, Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast. Tommy is here with me.
Hey, what's going on, Anthony?
Not much, man. Just at work. How you guys doing today?
We're doing great.
We're doing
Welcome.
all right, but we're bothering you while you're at work? Or
Well-
you're able to accept
Oh, no, I'm on my lunch break.
Oh, see, fair
I
enough.
took an easy one. I took a lunch break for this, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. Welcome to the show. The idea behind the radio show and podcast is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing, and we feel like fish stories do just that. And you
Absolutely.
sent in a photo with a catfish you pulled through the ice, and we couldn't wait to hear about it. So if you can tell us maybe where you caught the fish, the bait that you used, and the size of it, that would be great.
So I caught that fish actually a couple years back at Kaysville Ponds here in Utah, just south of where I live. And I was using a tube jig tipped with a night crawler. So it was a pretty small tube jig. I think it was like a 1/8 ounce jig head. So it's a fairly small. Same thing you kind of use for a crappie or something like that.
Yeah, like a little panfish type of jig.
Right.
Nice.
And we have
And
a
I
catfish box
was actually
too.
going.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, yeah. I was just gonna say I wouldn't have thought to ever put a jig in it for catfish, but that's
Catfish
why.
is
Well,
I'm
because
so
originally I
excited.
actually wasn't fishing for catfish.
Yeah.
I was going for the trout. And the thing was, I was actually just dead sticking the bait because generally when we go out on the ice out here, you have one pole for your dead stick, so you just have basically dead sticking is you just drop your jig to the bottom of the lake or the pond or whatever, reel it up a couple of times, and actually just let the jig sit. Now that doesn't work in the open water season. For some reason, just the hard water, it works. I have no idea why. And then you have your other pole, you're sitting there jigging with a rat fink or a tube jig or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one was just my dead stick one. And I was expecting the trout, but apparently the catfish got it.
That's it, and that's interesting because catfish are normally like a warm water fish. They're pretty. They're not as active in colder weather, so that's really cool that you pulled one through the ice on a panfish jig. I mean, there's so many questions in that picture.
Oh, well, ask away. But I out here in Utah, ice fishing is still kind of in its infancy.
Yeah.
If you will. But out in the Midwest, we're talking Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois. They actually do this quite often and pull quite a few cats out under the ice.
Yeah.
But it's almost kind of unheard of out here in Utah. Not a lot of people go for cats under the ice.
That's just. I mean, and like
It's
you
fun
said,
to see. It's just a good
Yeah,
picture, and
exactly.
what you got there, what you captured, the underbelly and the whiskers, and
That's a
the
total
jig.
surprise, though. I mean,
Yeah.
because he was going for a whole different species. He wasn't expecting that, and then that popped out. So I mean, that's a cool little surprise.
And we haven't received too many ice fishing photos, so it is that season or just the beginning of it. So we're excited to hear about it, and we really do appreciate you participating in our Outsider Fishing group, and that's where we got the photo from. And so please continue to do that. Send share your photos, and I believe that you are part of a fishing group. Is that correct? In Utah?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, please invite your friends to share the photos and come on the radio show and podcast. You were first, so you could always say, I got on the radio show before you did.
Exactly.
That's always fun to say.
Bragging rights.
You have
go.
bragging rights.
I was at work and I was still on the radio, so beat that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Take care.
Yeah, we
bud.
enjoyed
Have a
it.
good one.
From all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box, tight lines.
Tight lines, bud. Fish more.
Fish
Have a good
more,
one, man.
And thanks for taking time out of your day
Absolutely.
to do this.
And
That's great to hear.
Get back to work now. You had a. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry we ruined your lunch break.
Well, we got a lot from him. I enjoyed the story.
Oh, no.
Then jigging.
I've been looking forward to this all week.
Oh, see, there you go.
Well, we're actually we're
Yeah.
live now, and so people are listening to. If you want to say hi to anybody, please feel free.
Absolutely.
It's airing. We do have a following worldwide, but most of it is in the United States.
Yep.
Our boxes are available in Germany. If you go on to Bait Labs,
Bait Lab.
they have a website. I believe the one here that we just saw, it's in Portugal and Spain. And but they do have a U.S. site as well,
Absolutely.
and they're working on the Germany.
We're in Germany.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
this is going to be aired on all those places. So
well, it's aired on the internet, so everybody and anybody. Can
Oh,
listen
right
to it.
on.
So you can hear it later back. We'll send you the link, but you can hear it on iTunes and Podbean and Spotify and YouTube and all sorts of things. So you can show everybody and tell all your friends. Put it on your Christmas card and be like, "Hey, look, this year I was on the radio show and you weren't."
yes.
Just saying.
Yeah, well, wonderful. Well, yeah, I just like to, hi, Mom. Mom's Wanda, my dad, DeMarcus, and my brother, Tyler.
Well, hey,
That's
family.
really it, all I want to shout out there.
There you go.
And if you check out my Instagram, Northern Utah _fishing,
There you go.
love a following on that. So,
All right.
yeah.
right. We'll follow you too if we aren't already. I usually press follow to everybody that follows us.
You too,
do the
man.
same.
Take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Yep.
Bye bye.